Good afternoon, all. In last lecture, we can see the peripheral devices. In that peripheral devices, we can see the what is peripheral devices, what is their actual use, and as well as their input devices, output devices, and some input-output devices. Means some copies. Now we can see today output devices. So, what are the output devices in that peripheral devices? That is the monitor, printer, speaker, headphones. See here, in that diagram, all the output devices are presented. They are most common the output devices for the computers. Okay, now we can see there. First one is what is output devices? Output devices is any hardware any hardware as well as the most essential and live displaying output device is video, which is a part of our computer system. See here, any hardware equipment to display, project or physical reproduce the results of data produced by a computer, as well as it converts the electronic information into a format which can be understood by humans. So output devices are peripheral hardware devices that are either wired or wireless. Means what? For example, a printer. A printer is also the most output device of peripheral device, usually required to print the results as well as documents also. So, so now we can see all these output devices and their features also. Here, first we now what are the different output devices of computer? The output devices can be classified into visual, data, print, and sound devices. There will be the different types of output devices are presented here. So what are that? Monitor, printer, headphones, computer, speakers, projectors, GPS, sound card, video card, brain reader, speech and generating devices as well as shape letter also. So first we can discuss the monitor. What is monitor? A monitor is the most common output device. So why monitor is an output device? Because on that monitor, that screen, we can see the video also. So video, that is the display on a computer. It is a primary output device. The primary objective of video board is take the information from CPU and display it on monitor. So the more the pixels, the better is the picture clarity and sharpness also. It includes a screen, circularity, and the box. So in which the circuit is enclosed the users. Means it can be with the processed data on a screen. So here will be mainly two types of monitors, or there are the different types of older monitors are also presented, just like a composite monochrome, composite color, RGB, or EGA monitors, as well as direct drive, TTL, monochrome also. So the composite monitor is after greater resolution than TV. They are low expensive. Then RGB monitor is offer better resolution for color, means text plan or a color composite monitors also. EGA means what? It is enhanced the graphics adapter. Means monitors are RGB monitor with higher resolution. So the TTL are monochromatic and offer high resolution 3D images. So now we can see here mainly the two types of monitor screens, that is CRT means cathode ray tube monitor and flat panel screen monitors. So what is that? First, the cathode ray tube monitor means that monitor are mainly use CRT technology. Means here mainly the cathode ray tubes are mainly used similar to television. See, this technology is uses the phosphorescence dots to generate pixels. Means that from display the images. Means that cathode ray tubes monitor screen are larger, they consume more power also. Another is flat panel screen monitor. So what is the flat panel screen monitor? It is mainly it's mainly the thin panel, means design instead of cathode ray tube technology. So these screens are much lighter and thinner, thinner also, which can be carried from one place to another also. So this technology uses the liquid crystals or a plasma to produce the output. So that light is passes through that liquid crystals from the to from pixels. So there will be also three subtypes of that flat panel screen monitor. What is that? Are LCD, LED and plasma. LCD means what? The liquid crystal devices, means that monitors are or it is a non-extensive display. LED means what? The light emitting diode. That diode is with that monitors or it is emissive displays. Next will be plasma monitors. So in that video or a monitors, there will be some different characteristics also presented. First, we can see the video monitor characteristics. What are the different characteristics are presented? First will be the dot pitch. Dot pitch means what? The more resolution means more dots on a screen, as well as the distance between the centers of the dots on the monitor is the monitor's dot pitch, and it is measured in millimeter. Second one is horizontal scan frequency. Horizontal scan frequency means what? In a general monitor work by direct to that beam of electrons or against the instead of its screen also. But here that phosphorus inside the screen, it becomes extended and glow. So now we can see that image as a clear. So that horizontal scan frequency is the number of times, means that beams are sweeps horizontally per second. It is measured in Hz, means horizontal, or a kilohertz also. For example, the VJA has 480 lines and there are 16 screens per second. So how it is calculated? So that 480 into 16 screens means 28,000 800 lines per second. Third characteristic is multi-synchronization. Multi-synchronization means what? The ability of that monitor to handle the multiple resolutions automatically. It is called as multi-synchronization. Understand all of you? Next we can see another output device is, or external device is, printer. Printer means what? The printer is a hardware device that produces the hard copies. You can see आपलं रोजचं उदाहरण आहे प्रिंटर. नंबर ऑफ प्रिंट्स आपण काढत असतो कोणत्या ना कोणत्या गोष्टीसाठी. जर हार्ड कॉपीज पाहिजे असतील तर. So that printers are the most common output device to print the text or photos. Some printers can print only a black and white, but today almost all printers can print the monochrome and color print. In the modern days, the printer are used in homes, have high DPs. Means high DPI means what? The dot per inches which generate the high quality image. जर आपल्याला आपल्या पर्सनल यूज साठी घरी प्रिंटर घ्यायचं असेल तर आपण कसं बघणार? जो व्यवस्थित आहे, जो प्रिंटर एकदम ॲक्युरेट आहे, वर्किंग, ज्याची क्वालिटी चांगली आहे, प्रिंट केल्यावरती प्रिंटिंग क्वालिटी चांगली आहे, म्हणजे ते आपण चेक करतो DPI म्हणजे डॉट पर इंचेस. कशी क्वालिटी काय त्याच्यावरनं समजते आपल्याला. So that printers are classified into mainly the two types, that is impact printer and non-impact printer. So it is impact printer. The impact printer is a mechanical contact between the print head and paper is carried out, while in a non-impact there is no such a mechanism. This type of printer prints the character by sticking on by ribbon, and then they are pressed on paper. So the impact printer are also the two types. कुठले कुठले? द कॅरेक्टर प्रिंटर आणि लाईन प्रिंटर. तर कॅरेक्टर प्रिंटर काय असतं? कॅरेक्टर प्रिंटर म्हणजे डॉट मॅट्रिक्सचा प्रिंटर असतो जो एकदम स्लोली प्रिंट करतो. कॅरेक्टर प्रिंटर्स मध्ये अगेन 4 डिफरंट टाइप्स आहेत, जसं की डॉट मॅट्रिक्स प्रिंटर, डेझी व्हील प्रिंटर, सिलेंडर प्रिंटर आणि ग्लोब बॉल प्रिंटर. The character printer can print only the text and a single character at a time. म्हणून तो फार स्लो वर्क करतो. So the different type of character printers are chain band, dot matrix, decimal printers, जसं मी तुम्हाला सांगितलं. The commonly used printers are dot matrix and decimal. डॉट मॅट्रिक्सचे प्रिंटर्स आता शक्यतो मेडिकल मध्ये रेअरली यूज होतात, नॉट कॉमनली. आता फार त्याचा यूज कमी झालाय, सगळे आता ऑटोमॅटिक वाले घेतात. सो देअर स्पीड इज अप टू 300 लाईन पर मिनिट. सेकंड विल बी द लाईन प्रिंटर. लाईन प्रिंटर काय असतं? तर लाईन प्रिंटर मध्ये पण 3 डिफरंट टाइप्स आहेत, चेन प्रिंटर, बँड प्रिंटर आणि ड्रम प्रिंटर. The line printer can be print line by line. There are 2 types of line printer, are drum printers and chain printer. Among these, the drum printer is high speed, can print up to 3000 to 300 to 2000 line per minute. म्हणजे as compared to character printer, line printer is highly working. नेक्स्ट सेकंड टाइप होता आपला नॉन इम्पॅक्ट प्रिंटर. नॉन इम्पॅक्ट प्रिंटर काय असतात? तर दिस टाइप्स ऑफ प्रिंटर आर दोज प्रिंटर दॅट कॅन प्रिंट विदाउट स्टिकिंग ऑन ribbon. For example, non-impact printer are a laser printer or a inkjet printer. जे आपण मोस्टली आता सध्या झाला यूज करतो ते आपले सगळे काय आहेत, नॉन इम्पॅक्ट प्रिंटर आहेत. तर लेझर प्रिंटर काय असतात, तर लेझर प्रिंटर आर use the laser lights to produce the dot to form a character for printing, as well as when a print command is given, a laser beam draws the document on a selenium coated. बघा जेव्हा आपण प्रिंट देतो लेजर प्रिंटर वरती किंवा इंकजेट प्रिंटर वरती प्रिंट अशी कमांड दिली की त्या प्रिंटर मध्ये एक थोडासा आवाज येतो का, कारण की इथे काय होत आहे, प्रोड्यूस डॉट फ्रॉम द कॅरेक्टर्स फॉर प्रिंटिंग means the document on a selenium coated drum using a electrical charge, त्याला एक चार्ज भेटलो, giving a clean copy of image to that paper or print a accurate document on that paper. They have a fewer filling problems than the inkjet printer as they don't use ink. inkjet printer म्हणजे काय असतं, तर inkjet printer it produce the hard copies by spraying the ink onto paper. आपण केव्हा केव्हा म्हणतो प्रिंट काढली पण आलीच नाही व्यवस्थित, का तर त्यातली इंक कमी झालेली असते. तो कुठला असतो, inkjet printer. So in that inkjet printer, it's produced the character by spraying small ink drops onto paper. Hence it is called as non-inkjet printer. This is the general electrical generator, means which causes the piezoelectric crystal to vibrate and throws the ink drops supply from reserve. म्हणजे काय, तर जे काय इलेक्ट्रोड चार्जेस आहेत, it having a vertical and horizontal deflecting plates in a manner to form of desired characters on a paper. Means it have a color printing, so that inkjet printer provide a software through which user can arrange the different properties like the paper size, printing mode like normal, draft or a based also. आता इथे आपण प्रिंटर्स मध्ये मगाशी लेझर प्रिंटर पाहिला ह्याच्या आधी. तर लेझर प्रिंटर मध्ये ऍडव्हान्टेजेस काय असतात, तर इट ऑफर्स द हाय क्वालिटी प्रिंटिंग इन अ टेक्स्ट अँड ग्राफिक्स ऑल्सो. इट ऑफर्स वाइड सिलेक्शन ऑफ character fonts as well as printing quality mode under a software control. म्हणजे तिथं पेजेस पर मिनिट प्रिंटिंग रेट कसं असतं, पेजेस पर मिनिट काय असेल, हायेस्ट इज टू 10 to 200 पेजेस पर मिनिट मीन्स PPM. डिसएडवांटेजेस काय, इनिशियल कॉस्ट अँड cartridge cost is high. Next, multiple carbon copying is not possible, as well as the color printing is not possible there. Next, we can see some input output device and drives. आता कुठले कुठले इनपुट आउटपुट डिव्हाइस ड्राइव्स असतील आपल्याकडे, कुठले आहेत, हार्डवेअर डिव्हाइस ड्राइव्स आहेत, फ्लॉपी डिस्क अँड ड्राइव्स आहेत, नंतर ना हार्ड डिस्क आहे, CD आहेत आपल्या. आपण काल पाहिलं की इनपुट आउटपुट डिव्हाइसेस त्याच्यामध्ये बोथ वर्किंग होता आणि as well as store that data. So in this topic we shall study other peripheral devices which is mainly used as a secondary storage device. because an auxiliary म्हणजे काय तर आपल्या peripheral devices आपण auxiliary devices म्हणतो they are auxiliary and provide the extra storage capacity. Since they are auxiliary, they need driving the mechanism is known as drives and controllers. Now first we can see the floppy disk and floppy drives. Class with floppy disk and drives. The floppy disk is also referred to simple as a floppy. Means since the early days of personal computing, the floppy disks were widely used to distribute the software or transfer files and create backup copies of data. When that hard drives were still very expensive, means that floppy disks were also need to store the operating system of a computer. Means what? It is made up of round piece of plastic material असतात. It is coated with magnetic recording material, as well as that floppy disk is a mylar disk with iron dioxide affixed on it. Means it has two sides which are required to head to read them. Two sides are called surfaces. Each surface is divided into 18 concentric circles. आता ते 18 concentric circles म्हणजे काय तर ते आपले काय असतात ट्रॅक्स असतात. Each track is divided into sector. So each sector is stored 512 bytes of information. So that floppy is available into two sizes. That is 1.2 MB means 5.25 inches, and another is 3.5 inch means 1.44 MB. So there is also some advantages and disadvantages. So what are their disadvantages? The floppy disks are not to be handheld carefully, as well as adverse the environmental conditions such as heat, dust, humidity, etc. Means it is an easily damaged. That floppy drive means that subject system has the following components. कुठले components असतील? First असेल drive, नंतर असेल controller board, third one असेल cable connecting the drive to the controller, means that power is connected to that drive connected to drive through the smaller 4-pin bus connector. Then what are the advantages? Advantages are direct information encoding onto disk, as well as easily transportable and relatively cheap. And third one आहे multi-purpose, means it is used to storage input and output. And fourth one is one can reuse many times, like our audio tape. Next आहे hard disk drive. The hard disk drive काय असतात? A hard disk drive is a hardware component, means it is store the all our digital content, our document, picture, music, video, all that things that we can store in that hard drive. Hard drive can be external or a internal also. So that hard drive or a hard disk drive contains rigid metal or a glass piece. It is stacked up called as a floaters. Plotters. The hard disk is fixed inside the system, means that it's sealed. But every hard disk structure is same as a floppy disk, like in every side of each platter. That platter has read or write the head also. Thus, hard disks can be considered as being made up of multiple floppy disks put one above the other. Means all the same track of each platter is collectively known as cylinder. एकावर एक एकावर एक आपण असे ठेवू शकतो, म्हणजे डेटा स्टोअर मीडिया करू शकतो. कशासाठी? फक्त रीड अँड राईट दॅट हेड्स. Mostly the hard disk have a more read and write heads. These heads are attached to actuator arm. Means that head is 0, its position over the track is 142 on a surface 0 by head actuator. To read a particular sector, it must move, read or write a head over desired track. Means it must wait for a disk to rotate so that desired a sector is under the head, and then must read that data. So what is their latency time and seek time? Latency time is it's time for a wait, time to wait for a sector to rotate round and appear under the heads also. Next is seek time. Seek time means what? The time to move in a particular cylinder also. Next topic we can see CD and CD-ROM drive. CD means what? Compact disc, or that CDs are a optical storage media. The CD-ROM drives are uses a lower power laser beam. Means to read the digital or a binary data has been encoded in the form of tiny bits on optical disk. So the drive then feeds the data in a computer for a processing. Then the standard contact disk was introduced in 1982 for a digital audio reproduction. So see here that CDs are a optical storage media that are read with a laser light, as well as the surface of that disk is arranged as a single spiral. Means that begins inside the disk and travels towards the edges of disk. That compact disk is define the track of length, means specify the file. Means one file equals to one track. Generally, today the all software can store on CD, so that CD-ROM drives are can be connected to the rest of computers using the IDE or SCSI or such a parallel port. Means that CD-ROM is an advanced version of floppy disk having a very large storage capacity, but commonly used in a audio video recording. Like a audio or a video cassette means that main feature of CD, it is recorded by a special technique, and it is in the form of binary code. So that recording of audio, songs, video, films is done at a time of manufacturing by a laser method. Means that user can read it by means the CD player. Hence it is named as read only memory, because we can read. It is called as a CD-ROM. CDs are used when the data is info. When the data or information is permanently used as reliable storage. Means their equity of CDs is much excellent than the normal audio cassette, but it is in a costly device and delicate to handy, handle also. There will be some different types of CD-ROM players and drives are available as follows. We can unveiling now. First one is CD recordable drives. Second one is a photo CD players. Then the CD readable or writable drives. Fourth one is DVD means digital versatile disc. And last one is computer based CD-ROM drives means CD means what the compact disc read only memory drives are presented. Next topic is modem. Modem means what? It is a device connect our home usually through a coax cable means the coaxial cable connection to our internet service. It provides ISP like X infinity. So that modem takes a signal from the ISP and it can be translated them into signal. Our local device can be used and vice versa. So that modem device is a connecting both modulator and demodulator circuit as well as it is used to convert or modulate a binary signals into analog signals to transmit it over the telephone line at a receiver end. At the receiver end means that demodulator circuit converts these analog signals back into binary signal. पहिले कन्व्हर्ट करतात बायनरी टू अॅनालॉग. जेव्हा तो डेटा रिसीव्ह झाल्यानंतर परत त्या अॅनालॉगचा बायनरी मध्ये कन्वर्ट होतो. का? कारण ते सिग्नल भेटलेले आहेत त्या मशीनला फक्त बायनरी लँग्वेज समजते म्हणून ते कन्वर्ट करत असतात. So this the modem is a technique to using the telephone line for a digital communication. मग ह्याचे युजेस काय असतील मोडेम्सचे? फर्स्ट आहे इट इज यूज to see how modem is functioning means for a digital communication between the two computer terminals. It is located at a two distinct means long distance or a two distinct places also. म्हणजे कसं कनेक्ट होईल? पहिला असेल सपोज एक सिस्टीम असेल सिस्टीम ए, नेक्स्ट असेल मोडेम. मोडेम कनेक्टेड असेल एखाद्या टेलिफोन सिस्टीमला, ती सिस्टीम परत मोडेमला कनेक्टेड असेल आणि मग असेल सिस्टीम बी. आता सिस्टीम ए आणि मोडेमला कनेक्ट झालाय म्हणजे ए कडे काय जाणार आहे आपला सगळा बायनरी कोड. तो बायनरी कोड कुठे जाणार? टेलिफोन सिस्टीम मध्ये. तर टेलिफोन सिस्टीम मध्ये डेटा मोडेमला परत जाणार बायनरी मध्ये आणि सिस्टीम बी कडे जाणार, तो परत कन्वर्ट होणार अॅनालॉग. म्हणजे बायनरी टू अॅनालॉग, अॅनालॉग टू बायनरी. So that digital communication between two components or a computer like A and B, which is carried out in some steps, just like that users A or a system A that sends the data in a digital form. So that computer or a system A is modulating that digital data into analog form. म्हणजे इथं मेनली द मॉड्युलेशन होतं, ते सिग्नल मॉड्युलेट करताय. That's why. So that opposite and similar action is carried out while transmitting the data from computer B to computer A also, or system A to system B also. So next last point is multimedia application. So what is multimedia application? Multi means many number of medias are presented there आणि ऍप्लिकेशन्स मीन्स मेनी ऍप्लिकेशन्स. का असं होणार? का असं आपण बघूयात आता इथं. द मल्टीमीडिया ऍप्लिकेशन इज interactive software that combines the several types of media at a once to convey information to an audience. Means the different types of media that can use it includes the text, images, मध्ये काय ते फोटोग्राफ्स वगैरे सगळं, ऑडिओज मध्ये येतील म्युझिक साऊंड. फॉर एक्झाम्पल काय येईल मल्टीमीडियाचं? द रिसेंट ऍप्लिकेशन ऑफ मल्टीमीडिया आर इलेक्ट्रॉनिक बुक्स अँड न्यूजपेपर as well as electronic classroom presentation technology. Nowadays आपण सगळे मल्टीमीडिया ऍप्लिकेशन्स यूज करतो. Full motion video conferencing, sophisticated imaging, and graphic designing tools also. So that multimedia is an entertaining audiovisual facility becoming a very popular in a computer world. It is a kit, means it is mainly provide the audio making with images, means graphics and animation also. So that multimedia allows to run our video or audio CDs and storage this type of digital data with a amplification facilities and such a graphical display also. So that multimedia has a variety of applications like video games, training tools, and etc. That multimedia kit consists of such a different things like a sound card, CD-ROM drive, standard speaker system, and microphone. आता आपल्याला मायक्रोफोन काय असतं हे माहिती आहे, स्टँडर्ड स्पीकर सिस्टीम, सीडी रॉम ड्राईव्ह माहिती. आता साऊंड कार्ड काय असतील? तर साऊंड कार्ड काय असतं? इट इज अ बेसिकली the part of multimedia, means the quality is depends upon the sound creation method and resolution also. There are 8, 16, 32-bit cards. So that 8-bit are good for a simple game sound and music. For a good multimedia, 16 ठीक आहे, पण 32 is mainly used as a specialized application. Some sound card only plays the MIDI files. म्हणजे काय? When some can play back only sampled file called WAV files. But another capabilities are required to multimedia. The sound card is provided. For what? An interface with PCs or support for FM and MIDI files as well as our sound levels also. So here is the chapter in chapter number 4 is end here. So we can take just overview of that chapter. In that chapter we can see here peripheral devices. Peripheral devices means what? That device is also sometimes called auxiliary devices. They are connected the device. Which devices? Input output devices or internal or external devices. That peripheral devices are follow into the three main categories. First one is input, second is output, and last one is input output devices. What are that we can see here in that diagram? See, input devices means what? Keyboard, majestic, floppy disk means it is an input output device, as well as mouse, scanner, all are input device. And output devices means what? Printer, speaker, microphone, video, or a monitor. And input output devices are what? Punch card, magnetic floppy disk, all that are input output devices, or as well as we can see here the floppy disk, hard disk, all that input output devices. See here input output devices, all that things are presented here. Number of input devices are presented. See here the output device: monitor, printer, speaker, headphones, touch screen, floater, JPs, and projector also. These are the list of GPS. These are the list of output devices. And here the input output devices and drives. Which device and drive? Floppy disk and floppy drive, hard disk drive, and CD-ROM, modem, all are input output devices. So now today we can stop here. In the next lecture we can see the chapter number 3, that is a functional hardware of PCs. Okay, today we can stop here. Thank you.